Thanksgiving and winter holidays are almost here, a time for fun, food, and family. But this year, it won't be cheap or easy to get home for the holidays. And if you haven't already booked your tickets, you better get on it right away. Here to explain what this travel season will look like and where you might find a bargain is Brian Kelly, founder of The Points Guy. Thanks for your time tonight, Brian. All right, first off, why is it so hard to find flights right now, especially affordable ones?
Well, there's two big things happening. Number one, demand is surging. Today we just got news that children will be able to get vaccinated, which is giving a lot of families, more comfort to get out there and travel. November 8th, the U.S. opens its borders to most countries, which is going to see a surge in people coming to the U.S. And on the same token, supply is down. Southwest Airlines had a major meltdown. There's pilot shortages, staffing shortages. So the airlines, they simply can't keep up with the demand, and we're seeing prices go up accordingly.
Okay, so if you're like me and you haven't made your travel plans just yet, what is the best strategy?
Well, simply, but you should book now, especially for Thanksgiving travel. As we go into November, prices will skyrocket up to 40% on some routes. Also, flights are selling out. I was trying to book to Vegas in a couple weeks, and I couldn't even get flights home. So if you're a procrastinator, you may not even be able to get where you're going. So I highly recommend book now. And for that Christmas, New Year's travel, definitely book by Thanksgiving. Last minute travel these days is extremely expensive.
And what about car rentals if you don't want to fly? I remember last time you were here, you talked about how difficult and more expensive it is to rent a car. Has the situation gotten any better?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news today, but car rental demand is up 200% this holiday season, and supply hasn't gotten much better. So I highly recommend book as far in advance as possible, book directly with car rental agencies, and join their loyalty programs. Pre-enter your information. If they have to cancel reservations, they are less likely to do it if you're one of their loyal members, and book directly.
Lots of Americans are thinking about taking a vacation this winter or spring now that countries are opening up to vaccinated travelers. What are flight deals out there looking like right now?
Well, the best deals are international, especially Europe. We're seeing, under $300 from many U.S. markets to London. United Airlines just this week started adding a ton of new flights to London, and they've got some really unique routes like the Azores, nonstop service from the U.S., which is exciting. But book now. As more and more people get comfortable traveling and kids get vaccinated, demand will just keep going up. And I'm the points guy, so I'd be remiss to say use your frequent flyer miles. So many people have them sitting around. They give you added flexibility because most airlines now will let you cancel or change for any reason, and you get your miles and points back. And that's a whole lot better than paying for a flight and then getting a voucher that you may not be able to use down the line.
All right, meanwhile, here in the U.S., we're opening back up to Europeans and other travelers starting November 8th. Will that impact flight prices to and from Europe as demand starts to surge and come back here to the U.S.?
Absolutely. That's why booking now before people start traveling, especially pre-summer, the further it's like, investing long term, you got to think about the risks, and the people who get ahead of the curve generally get the best deals. And that's exactly what's going on in travel now. There are deals out there, but you got to take a little bit of risk and hope, by next summer, hopefully the world is fully opened up. So book now, especially for summer 2022 travel.
And it's never too early to start talking about next summer, right? So finally, can you give us a sense of what the summer 22 travel season might actually look like?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing robust. I've talked to a lot of people at the airlines. Bookings are up. People are traveling longer now, too, especially with so many people now being able to work remotely, to work from abroad. So, and especially with cruises, there's a huge positive outlook for the cruise industry. They've had a lot of stumbles this year, a lot of CDC guidelines. Hopefully, with all of that easing early in the new year, we hope to see travel expanding again, and even potentially going above 2019 numbers, which is kind of wild to think about, because there were so many projections that we were going to see decreased travel for 5 years. But, travel's up, business travel's starting to pick up. So things are definitely looking up for 2022.
All right, Brian Kelly, the Points Guy, thanks so much for always bringing us the most important travel news, good and bad. Appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.